Hello, my name is Claire Kristiansen, and my topic is Women in World Religions. Each world religion, including tribal religions, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, all portray women very differently, which leads to my first question. How different is each major world religion when it comes to the treatment, cultural, and religious position of women? The first source I looked at was Women in World Religions, edited by Arvind Sharma. It is a collection of essays written by various influential women, all specializing in different religions. One of the writers of the essays, Rita Gross, a professor of comparative religions at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, discusses the exclusion and discrimination in tribal religions, Buddhism and Hinduism. In the tribal religions, she points out that there is a degree of exclusion and discrimination in male dominance. Catherine K. Young, who is a professor in religious studies at McGill University, addresses that Hindu women are to submit to their husbands and treat them like gods. They are below their husbands, and their duties are to serve in the home and raise children. Nancy Schuster Barnes, a writer on Buddhism and Asian culture, discusses that in order to achieve spiritual enlightenment, it must take place in the male body, and women do not have the same spiritual equality. Therefore, women are encouraged to become more like men. Rosemary Radford Ruther, professor of religious studies at Northwestern University in Illinois, discusses that in Christianity, the Bible states that women and men are created equal in the eyes of God. But questions arise when it comes to leader roles in the church and if women should be allowed to lead over men. Other things that arise in Christianity can be the current act of feminism, and if feminism is encouraged by Christianity. Denise L. Carmody specializes in the philosophy of religion and discusses that in Judaism, wives are to submit to their husbands as the authority of the home, yet women are to lead the household and children. But in the marriage and in the relationship, male and female are complementary to each other. Ergen Met and Amir Fethi Kaner are both professors and authors on apologetics, world religions, and theology. They argue that in Islam, the women are inferior to men, and men have a lot of freedom and reign over their women. There is much violence in the Islam culture and mistreatment of women and children. Yet the controversy in all religions is this: which one, if any, treat their women with dignity and respect and equality? Why do religions choose to treat their women as they do? Abdul Rahman al-Shia, a Muslim writer, speaks from a Muslim perspective on the treatment and misunderstandings of women in Islam. He seeks to defend all arguments against women in his book, and states that women in Islam are actually treated with respect and dignity and have a place in society. Linda Hartz Rump, a Christian journalist, states that Christianity does not oppress women whatsoever. Instead, it encourages that God created men and women to be equal, and both are to hold Christian principles and morals. Jayaram V., a Hindu author on Asian culture, defends Hindu women by arguing that they are not mistreated and they do have a respectable place in society. Another interesting insight that I have is from Nicholas Kristof, who is a New York Times columnist. He argues that actually every religion discriminates against women in one way or another. He states that some religions ignore basic human rights and deny freedom and inclusion to more than just women. He discusses that every religion has some form of discrimination, and it doesn't even have to do with women. Yet, in every situation, women are very heavily involved in discrimination and inequality. All of these sources greatly discuss what is right and wrong and how different each culture can be. Is there an underlying theme that every woman faces discrimination, no matter what the religion? And my final question, are there universal grounds and moral grounds that every religion can agree upon on how to treat women across the world? Thank you for listening, and here are my sources.